to you on this Monday. I know I haven't seen y'all in a few days. I have really been out of it. Oh, my hip been giving me the run for my money, boy, I tell you. But it's getting better. It is getting better, and the prayers are working. And I think what motivated me was some naysayers and some people that want to see me fail. And that's always been my motivation since I've been a kid. When somebody tell me what I can't do or they laughing at what I'm going through, I go hard. I go hard. You know, I'm about to sign back up for college this week. I'm looking for another job on top of this YouTube thing because I want to get out the house. I'm looking for a church home. You know, I think I'm just going to visit a lot of churches. It's like I have to change some things, you know, because when I was paying my tithes and when I was giving and when I was around more people, things would just flow in my life. Things would just flow in my life. So I have to really just buckle down and get back to how I was raised. You know, sometimes you got to go back to your upbringing. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to be sitting here hurting, crying, depressed. I lost everything in this house. And I want to thank my brother. I want to thank Shaquille, Susan, and a few others who doing everything for me to get this house back to Mr. Willie, you know, because he can have that. And I have to pray real hard because I went to this man in good faith and I lost everything. But God gotta have something else for me. And I'm like, it's no way that I did everything right. You know, that's what hurts with life. When you do everything the right way and it still go wrong. That's the part that hurts. But you gotta know God is in control. Let's talk about this war real quick. And I'm not gonna be on here long because I have some things to do. I have court tomorrow. Please lift me up in prayer. We court tomorrow about this house. And whatever happened, I don't even care no more. It's in God's hands. But just last week, a young man was unalived by the police. So I've been dealing with that. And my city had protests that didn't go right to me. You know, could have been a whole lot of more people to show up. So my hip was hurting bad. I couldn't eat. A little depressed about my life. So I was in a deep sleep and I woke up to a war. I said, just when you thought it couldn't get worse, what in the hell is going on in this country? I'm thinking that any day we gonna wake up to this man being arrested for Epstein shit, eating babies and unaliving folks. Any day he gonna be arrested. No, instead they give him the power to start a war. This is the same man who told us that he was gonna stop the war in 24 hours if they voted for him. And he started a whole new war. And people still pro-Trump. I just never knew that Americans was this mentally ill. For real, I just never knew it was that many demonic, hateful people in this country that would keep on going along with the devil just because they don't want to say they were wrong. You know, this is absolutely ridiculous. This man out in the open, boo-boo on himself. This somebody granddaddy. This the man that wake up and tweet shit and don't even know what's going on. He don't have no sense of reality. And he the one that can cause a war in our country. We have somebody granddaddy who got a touch of retardation, pushing buttons, and nobody saying nothing. He just blew up some kids. But I'm not shocked because he don't even like American kids. They eat them. Didn't they say they taste like cream cheese? Now every time I taste some cream cheese, I'm gonna be like, I probably will never eat cream cheese again. How in the hell cream cheese tastes like a baby? We really got human vampires running around here. And they running the country. But then I said, Lord, you gotta tell me something, Daddy, because this ain't making sense, Lord. You got a lot of people doubting you. I don't doubt you, but it's a lot of people doubting you because they like, so if it's a God, why he letting this happen? And I said, it gotta be something more. He was a plant. They planted him here. He ain't got no power. The people behind him got the power. the government, the officials, the judges, the police, all of them involved in this mess. That's why it's hard. Yeah, it's written. That's why it's hard for us to survive, because the system that they want us to abide by and obey is the corrupt system. They tell the citizens to abide by their corrupt law, and they constantly breaking it. And will lock you up forever, ever, if you do anything wrong. We should have known better when this man won. Even though he didn't win shit, he wasn't elected, he was planted there. How somebody with 34 felonies end up back in the White House? How? Somebody tell me this. How? That should be virtually impossible. Do you know, I know some women that got low income housing downtown in Grand Rapids. Do you know before they got approved, they had to fill out a pamphlet about this big about their life? They pretty much wanted to know everything about you. You want to know what your grandmama did in 3rd grade, because it's government housing. And a lot of them had Section 8. They was getting their money from the government, but they still wanted to make sure their credit was intact. They never been in trouble. Did they ever smoke weed? All kind of shit they wanted to know. But you can go apply for the head chief of the country, and they don't have no application. You ain't got to pass no kind of test. Nothing. All you got to do is eat babies. Because I'm sure if you had to pass a test to get that job, a whole lot of presidents wouldn't have been the president. Even to work at Walmart, they give you a math test. They don't give you no kind of test to run the White House. All you got to do is be this. That's it. And have some money. And be a criminal and a devil. That's all. That's the only qualifications to be a president. You got to be this, a criminal and a devil. And you qualify. This man don't know nothing about the Constitution. He don't know nothing about nothing. All he know about is money. And he done stole how many billions from American people since he been in there in a year? How much he done took? We have a criminal. What do y'all expect the criminal to do in the White House over the country? To steal some shit? You know, if they stole humans, they gonna do anything. I'm surprised he ain't stealing from the White House, taking it over to his house. He probably done took the Oval Chair and everything from over there. And why y'all digging up the White House garden? What y'all finna do over there? See, this I be thinking too deep. And this is why I probably get in trouble. Because they already need to be digging up Mar-a-Lago. And they need to be digging up the Epstein Island. Because I heard it's some bones over there. Now y'all digging up the White House. What y'all plan on putting over there on the White House ground? Because all these years, from Ronald Reagan to Clinton to Carter, I ain't never heard them digging up nothing. Even when the black family was in there, the Obamas, they digged up something that made a garden. They didn't dig up the royalty stuff and the legendary shit they got over there. Why you remodeling? Because you plan on staying forever, ever. And your soldiers, your minions running behind you don't know you're trying to destroy this country. See, what's going to happen to the people that voted him in pro-Trump? Their kids going to get drafted. You know they draft girls too, right? Your little kids going to get drafted, Anton Daniels, because you one of them. You got a 17-year-old daughter over there. Very athletic. What you going to do when they draft your daughter? You know what I'm saying? Y'all all pro-Trump. What y'all gonna do, Tasha? Tasha K, keep your daughter over in Africa, baby. You got a teenager, too. Y'all all voted for Donald Trump. And he gonna be the reason your kids over there fighting in the war. They don't even know what they fighting for. My guy don't make mistakes. He got a way of whooping people, whooping they behind when they hard-headed. When they go against him and go against the gram, he'll make you feel it. It's time out to be planned. It's time for prayer. I just put on my Facebook page today that I'm looking for a church home. And I haven't been to church. I go to church, but I don't go to church. You know what I'm saying? I don't go often. But I grew up in a church. And it's time for me to find some foundation, a Bible teaching church, somebody that really know the word. I don't need no motivational speaking. I am a motivational speaker. I don't need that. I need some real truth, and I want to be able to sow a seed in good ground. Because when I was sowing and when I was hearing the word and I was living right and I was raising my kids as a young woman, my life was just flowing. I know it's real. I know it works. So I got to get back grounded, because as soon as I stepped out of the church and stopped tithing my 10% and start listening to man on earth and this and that and this and don't listen to them pastors and blah, blah, blah. Everything in my life been going wrong. So I'm done listening to everybody else. I gotta go with what works. And I know those churches can't get me to heaven. And let me tell y'all something. I'm not going to church to be a part of nothing. I'm not going to church to act like I'm holier than thou. I'm not going to church thinking this is going to save me. I'm going to hear a word. I'm going to get closer to God by word. I know I am the church. I know that. You don't have to tell me. And I do study and show myself approved. But I need to be in a different environment sometimes. I just need to hear something good about God. And what they're doing in the church is not my business. And when I get my 10%, I don't care if the pastor go out there and trick it off the next 5 minutes. That's between him and God. I did what I was supposed to do. I don't give a damn if he take my money and say, I'm finna go burn it. That's on you. I did what I was supposed to do as a black woman who loves the Lord, a God-fearing woman. So what you do with it, sir, that's between you and your God. And that's what's wrong with us black folks. We too busy worried about what somebody else doing. I don't give a damn what nobody doing no more. I'm just to the point, y'all, and this hip, I guess, was a wake-up call when I realized I used to complain about being knock-kneed. And my mother used to always tell me, you better be blessed you got 2 knees. And I didn't know. I don't like my leg. Until I almost didn't have my leg, I started realizing how important things are. You don't miss stuff until you don't have it no more. When I realized I couldn't walk, I'm like, Lord, bring my knock knee back, Jesus. I just want to walk. I don't even care about none of that no more. Stuff will humble you. Here I am, 56, on a walker from a full hip replacement, from complaining. That's why I loved my daddy. My daddy was a man who never complained. No matter what he went through, even when he was on his lowest deathbed, he was paralyzed from the neck down. All he could do was move his eyes. He still gave God praise. The doctors would come in and say, how you doing, Mr. Mayberry? He said, I'm blessed. I'm still here, highly favored. You got any pain? Nope, nothing. He would never own pain. Even if he was in agony, he would never. My mother, on the other hand, she get poked. She got cancer. Oh, Lord, there's cancer in my fingernail, Jesus. Oh, Lord, they going to have to cut off this leg, Lord. She complained about everything. But she didn't die from none of that. My mother died from a broken heart. She died from a broken heart. And I found myself going down like that. You can die from a broken heart, right? This last week, I was so broken. I was just looking at my life like, Lord, I just can't make it. Here I am again with nothing, Jesus. I work hard doing what I have to do to survive. How I keep losing. And the Lord keeps saying, because you ain't where I want you to be yet. And God is a jealous God. When He's taking things from you, it's because He wants your attention. And I'm so happy and I'm so blessed that stuff don't mean nothing to me. I can lose stuff as long as it ain't people. People means, but things, materialistic stuff, it means nothing to me. I am so glad I'm one of them people. So glad I made it that I don't care about things. It's stuff in that house, I don't even remember what's in there. My brother would send me a picture. You want this one? Oh, I forgot I had that. I don't want that infested shit. He like, you got some nice stuff in here. I know. I got a $450 rug in my living room. It might have been $5, closer to $5. And my brother said, why don't you clean this rug? I said, God want me to let it go. Bless somebody with it, but tell them they better clean it. I don't want Chuck E. Cheese PP rug. I'll get it again. I'm not even worried about it. It's nothing. I'm telling y'all better get to this point because it's a good feeling. It's nothing that I have besides family and people people. But materialistic stuff is nothing I can't let go and walk away from it just like that. I don't care if it's a car, a house, furniture. I can walk away. If God say leave it, all right, Father, where we going? I don't get attached to nothing. I guess because I done lost so much, I'm used to it. But it's a good feeling because I don't treasure nothing. I don't even treasure my children. For real. Because they just here for me to raise, and God lent them to me. He gave them to me for a little while. So I don't get attached to nothing. And I'm so glad I'm like that. I know so many materialistic people. I know people be like, you ain't got no real jewelry. I used to. Well, what happened to it? People stole it. I used to have 3-finger rings that said Nina, solid gold with the chains. I used to go with a drug dealer. I ain't gonna lie. My daughter daddy was one of the biggest bosses around here. I had all the jewelry. Do I have it now? No, God took it. And then took his life for 12 years. And he came back and had to do it right. We had to do it right to get it again. You get stuff wrong and you go lose it. So now, after I lost all the jewelry and stuff I had and the nice clothes, especially when I was with a drug dealer, things don't mean nothing. I would put on a dang on fashion ring and a damn bracelet, fashion jewelry, and look just as good as your shit and don't have no shame about it. None. To me, things don't make me, I make things. I don't look at stuff like that. But see, we was raised that way. My brother and sisters would tell you, our parents put that in us as kids. That's why we can't be bought. That's why a man's shit don't move me or my sisters. That's why all this I hear about flying out and Ruth Chris, I don't, it's foreign to me. I'm like, shit, we can go to Applebee's, baby. What's up? That's all you gotta go to Applebee's. I entertain you for an hour. And people be like, that because you don't want nothing. I'm used to things. I had a good father. I had a good mother. I'm used to nice things. I was raised with nice stuff. So things don't move me. Nobody car. I told you I got in a Bentley and we in a Bentley. I'm looking like, okay, what's the difference? It's going down the street with the hoopty. I don't see no big deal. I remember working when I was a single mother, and I used to have the worst car in the lot. But guess what? I used to punch that clock just like the good car driving people did. I used to get a paycheck just like them until I made it to a next level. And I used to be funny. I'll pull my bucket up right next to theirs. They're like, Nina, you stupid. I'm driving with you. And then I would go to car lots, y'all, and I'll touch them and I'll claim them. This is mine. I would go to places where I wanted to live and y'all still hear me. This is Susan trying to call me. I'll get back with her in a minute. She's doing a lot of stuff for me. Her and James. But I want to thank you all. And I have not forgot about y'all glasses. I just asked y'all to please let me get this court thing over this week. It's the week of truth for me. I just want to get this out the way. And then I'm going to bless y'all with the glasses that y'all won from me. And I'm going to go from there. But I have a lot of cute glasses coming, y'all. Because I'm going to sell glasses and fashion jewelry and get back into me. You know, love all over myself, love over yourself, because people will make you not like yourself, for real. People will make you not like yourself. People will make you give up on life. You know, because we give so much to people and they will let you down. I noticed the more you give, the more love you show, people will dog you out. It's sad that you really got to be a little bitter, a little angry to get respect out here. Because the more you nice and giving and loving, people will walk all over you. And that's from relationships to friendships. Some stuff you got to keep for yourself. Even when you want to show love, you can't. You just can't. I blocked some people off my phone just yesterday. Because I realized you taking up space on my phone. You taking up space. What I'm talking to you for? You don't give shits about me. You call every so often to see if I failed yet. You don't give nothing shit about me. And some people you've been in relationships with, you think they're your friends. They're not. And it hurts because they don't love you like you thought they did, or they don't care about you like you care about them. You know, when you going through something, they ain't coming to your rescue like you would do. You would drop everything and be there for that person, even if you're in a relationship. Well, that's who I am. Even if somebody was going through something, I ain't in a relationship with them no more. As long as I'm single, hey, come over here for the weekend and, you know, let me take care of you for the weekend. We just have some fun, hang out. Ain't no strings attached. I'm gonna make you laugh. We go out to eat. I'm gonna cook for you. Go watch a movie. Let me get you out your city for a minute. That's who I am. But people don't love you like you love them. And when you realize that, it's time to let folks go. And sometimes, sis, you gotta love who love you. For real, you do. Sometimes you gotta look past all that Mendingo, warrior, and Quinta or. You gotta love who love you. I ain't saying you can't be attracted to somebody. You gotta be attracted to them, but try to love somebody that love you. And watch how your life go. But put God first. Pay your tithes. Get your butt in that word. Trust the Lord. And put some substance in these kids, because Donald Trump coming for your kids. But I'm still a praying, faithful woman. And I got to believe my God, that I serve is not about to let man destroy nothing. He going to let him do so much. And he about to come. And he going to show them who God is. This is not the end. I just don't believe that. I just don't feel it. This is not the end. He just exposing a lot of devils right now. Because if I'm not mistaken in the word, he said he's coming like a thief in the night. He ain't going to forewarn us when he about to destroy. And he the only one that's going to take us out of here. You know, he let the devil have his way, and it's up to you to go that way and give your life to the devil, or stand firm on his word. Well, Father God, I'm over here with you standing on your word. I know what you about to do to Boo Boo Man. I already know what you about to do to him. And he know what the Lord is about to do to him. Why y'all think he's scared? Why do y'all think he's scared? Why y'all think he doing all this demonic shit to keep the attention off him? Because he know God is coming. He know. And he know where he going. Didn't y'all hear that man say, no matter what he do, he won't get to heaven? He done did that much dirt on this earth that he know he going to hell. And you think God didn't let him take all these innocent people to hell with him? I'm not going with him. Nope. I'm over my daughter's house. Oh, my hair keeps sliding my glasses. I'm over my daughter's house, y'all. I'm enjoying my daughter right now. Help take care of her. She been feeding her mama good. Look at my face. I got to stop eating. Because my baby can cook. But we going to the grocery store in a minute. I got to go get some stuff for court tomorrow. And I'm going to leave my walker. No, I'm not. She ain't going to let me. She ain't gonna... They told me to go get a cane. I'm going to get me a pimp cane. Put Unbreakable strong rum and ribbon around it. I'm fucking on my cane. But hey, I'm back on the market. I've been on the market, y'all. But I'm finally saying it. I'm ready to date. I'm ready to have some fun. I don't know about traveling right now, baby. We ain't driving. I don't know where we going because I ain't getting in no air. But I got some good news about my son coming up to tell y'all. I got to save it for myself until I really know what's going on with my son, Gino. Thank y'all for everything. I love you guys. I love you guys. Keep watching 4 to 5 videos a day. Push all notifications. Press that bell, please. I got it. Yes, I got it. You know, people that financially blessed me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I gave it away. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been blessing people because I feel like I'm down here. You need this. Somebody bless me. I'm bless you. I've been blessing people with the money y'all been blessing me with. But I'm going to start putting it towards my debts. I got to get myself out of debt. But y'all finna see me going back to school. Y'all finna see me working. I'm about to do a lot of new things this year because I got to get out this house. I can't sit around and do YouTube. Just I love YouTube. I love TikTok and all that. But I got to get out and get around people again because I'm gonna lose my mind up in here. I'll talk to y'all later. Remember, watch my videos, share, all notifications, push that bell, and thank you for the prayers. I go to court tomorrow. Thank you. Lift me up tonight. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.